Walang butter.
Good morning. Lots of cooking to be done today. This morning I'll make what's called pandesal. Pandesal is Filipino rolls for you, mother. So essentially, it's flour, milk, yeast, butter, sugar, and egg in the pandesal. So it's like a sweet Filipino roll. Yeah, pan is bread in Spanish, and then sal is salt. So a little sweet, salty bread, just like every other Filipino dish. But we'll use some specific measurements to do pandesal. So in a bowl, this is 70 grams. I kind of do everything by grams. This is 70 grams of unsalted butter, and then I'm gonna put 250 grams of just regular milk in there, and then I'm gonna heat it up to melt the butter and warm up the milk. So 250 of milk is in, going to the microwave to defrost settings. So while the butter and the milk is warming up to melt the butter, warm up the milk, I'm gonna combine the dry ingredients in a bowl. So essentially, 400 grams of bread flour is what I use, and then 50 grams of sugar, plain white sugar is fine, and then 5 grams of salt. Bread flour for pandesal has more protein, which allows you to have like stronger gluten bonds or formations in your actual bread, easier to manipulate, easier to form, and then it gives you that extra crunch on the outer layer of your pandesal. So don't put the one egg that you're gonna need to do or to use if you overheat your milk butter mixture, because it's gonna cook the egg instead of just combine the egg. You don't want to cook the egg immediately in your pandesal. So I'm gonna use it to combine the actual stuff. So cool it for a little bit if you over warm up the milk and egg. Packet of yeast. And then 5 grams of salt. All right, now just mix this to combine it. Okay, so now it's been about 10 minutes since we last mixed the bread or knead the bread essentially very lightly, and then essentially your dough is gonna start to get smooth. Right now you can kind of pick up that dough, very smooth, smoother at least. Mix it. Yep. Okay. Wait another 5 minutes and then we'll knead it again. So you look at the dough, much stronger. You can almost lift it, the whole thing, with your one hand. So what we're gonna do is just knead it a little bit, maybe a couple minutes. That's the beauty of bread flour, is that it makes it impeccably strong immediately, almost immediately. So wet your hands, pick up the dough, and essentially good. Just see that? See how it's essentially bouncing right away? That is because we used high protein bread flour, right? Smooth dough. So you're just scooping and circling, right? Boom. Smooth dough. Back in a bowl. Let it rest for, I don't know, like an hour or so. It's gonna essentially double in size. The yeast in there is gonna off gas, and then we'll go from there. So I'm heating it up is using this thing, a kettle, and then putting it in the oven, lights on. This is a gas oven, so you can't just like micro turn it on. But essentially, these things are gonna double in size, 16, and then a hot kettle inside to make the oven hot. It's doubled in size, and then preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. This is after 20 minutes of baking. Looks pretty good, actually.
Walang butter.